If you follow along with Simon Cowell bands, such as One Direction and Little Mix, you might know of this band named Now United. They are an international pop group that is composed of more than 15 members from different parts of the world, which is very cool and unique. And we chatted with Noah Urrea, who is only 20 years old, from Orange County, California. And we chatted with him about his endeavors in Now United, his dance, his upbringing in music, and much more. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's not too hot. You're in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm in Orange County right now, actually, but yeah, it's a beautiful day today.
it is. I feel like you've been so back and forth lately.
Yeah.
But but I wanted to start just kind of talk about how you got into the music industry to begin with. Like, what motivated you to start music as a career?
Um, for me, I kind of came out of the womb singing, basically.
Mm.
Um, singing was always something that I loved so much. And when I was around like 10, 11, 12, I would like beg my parents to put me in like singing lessons, and I wanted to be in musical theater so I could sing. And I just always had like this huge passion for it, and I wanted to pursue it. And thankfully, I've had some amazing parents who have always supported me and helped me out and helped guide me. Um, but yeah, I mean, it really started when I was about like 11, and I was just singing anywhere I could at church festivals, at local theater plays, and that's basically just how I got started. I was just singing everywhere.
Mhm. Were your parents into music too, or was it just kind of like a you thing that you were the only one in the family that kind of found your musical connection?
It's so funny because both of my parents can't sing a lick at all. They're so tone deaf. It's hilarious, and they always joke like, "Where did this come from? Like, how can my son and my daughter sing like so well?" But my dad did have a cool musical background. He grew up dancing in high school, um, and he's a beast dancer. So I learned a couple things from him. But yeah, both my parents don't sing.
Um, so has he taught you a few dance moves for Now United, or is that you know? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like so going into Now United, I've never taken a dance class really before Now United, and I've only known what my dad taught me, which is like how to do like the wave and like do some cool footwork.
Hmm.
And thankfully, that was enough to get me in the group. So I kind of owe it all to my dad.
Um. So yeah. So speaking of which, so how did you find Now United? Like, how did you like obviously you auditioned. How did you find the group, and how like what about them at that time inspired you wanting to like go out for them?
So actually, my modeling agent at the time knew one of the people who was casting it, and she asked her like, "Hey, do you know like an American boy that can sing and dance?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think I know the right kid, for you." And she asked me if I wanted to audition, and when I heard about the project, it was actually so hard for me to comprehend like what it actually was or could be, because that thought is so foreign to me, like making a global pop group. No one's ever heard of it before.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, like this seems like it could be something truly special. So I wanted to try out for it and give it my best shot. And that's exactly what I did. And thankfully, they picked me to be in the group, and my life changed ever since that day. It's crazy.
Um, so you started off as you kind of got into modeling before you kind of made music your big passion. So how do you how do you represent what you wear when you perform on stage through your music? Like how do you like coordinate the fashion and the music?
Yeah, so Now United has a very, very distinct style.
Mhm.
We all we wear tracksuits on stage, and what's cool about that is that we always have our flags on our uniforms, which is cool. So you can always tell who's who's from where, and we even have numbers, which is pretty unique. And we've performed in all different types of tracksuits. That's kind of like our vibe. And then for me, like personally, whenever I like will perform on my own, I just like wear whatever I'm feeling that day. You know, I like to dress up.
Yeah, speaking, you're in like a smaller band. When you come back to California, I feel like I've noticed you perform with another band every now and then in a down in Orange County. What band? Wait, are you in another band?
Um, yeah, that was like my high school bands.
Oh,
Growing up, I played in like a couple like surf rock punk bands, and I like a huge part of me like loves doing that type of music as well as pop music.
mhm.
So occasionally we'll have like the nice little like random show at a random venue, and just have like our friends come and watch us perform. But
Yeah.
I don't know when our next one will be. It's been a while since we've done one.
Um, because obviously you don't really play any instruments in Now United. So like, do you hope you get to a point in your life where like you're making music like full time with instruments?
Yeah, that's definitely something I would like to do. Playing instruments is a big part of who I am, and I'm definitely excited to be able to expand on that in the future. But I hope one day that we can do a cool like instrument thing with Now United, because there's a few of us that play instruments, and I think we could do something really magical
Oh,
all together.
yeah,
I
that
think
would
we
be.
should make that happen.
Um, so kind of speaking on Now United, what has been your favorite experience being a part of this massive band so far?
I think learning so much about different cultures is such an incredible thing to do, um, especially firsthand and at such a young age. Um, I never, ever thought that I would be traveling the world and spending so much time with such cultured, amazing, beautiful people and learning so much from them. Um, my favorite thing about Now United is that we all learn so much from each other.
Yeah, I'm slightly jealous of everyone because like you get to travel the world and yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And speaking of which, I feel like the song that kind of represents that the most that you just released was "Wave Your Flag." So like, talk about because I remember it was either Roger or somebody mentioned that it wasn't actually timed for this time. It wasn't like coordinated with the Olympics or anything, but I just kind of found it ironic that it came out right after the Olympics or during the
Yeah.
Olympics. So what what does this song kind of like mean to you in terms of like getting to be a part of it, and like it's also kind of came out during a time after like of such division in the world. So like what did that song like kind of mean to you when you like performed it?
Well, I like to tell you a story of the first time that we heard that song. It's funny because I'm on the freeway right now, and I'm seeing an American flag while I'm driving. It's kind of funny. I'm literally just like it's right in front of my face. I'm just passing it. Um, I want to tell you a quick little story. So the first time that we ever heard that song was when we were at Simon's house, and he played a few songs for us that night, and then he saved that one for the last. I'm pretty sure he saved that for to be the last song that he would show us.
Mhm.
And I don't think I've ever seen Now United light up the way that we did that night when we heard a song that we knew was going to be ours. We all were screaming on the top of our lungs, and just hearing the lyrics and hearing the whole vibe of the track. We just knew it was like perfect for us. It's about just like being proud of where you're from, and that's exactly what Now United's all about. And the songwriters who wrote that song articulated it so perfectly. Um, it's just that song is definitely one of my favorites in '99 because it's such a great energy in it, and it represents us very well.
Mm-hmm. I 100. I when I heard it, I was like, oh, this could be like almost a theme song, just because I thought it represented what you guys stand for, so well. And then obviously, I love "Beautiful Life," like I said earlier.
Beautiful Life's great.
um, and then so I know you guys shoot a music video for every song that you film, or song that you record, not film. So do you have a favorite music video that you guys have shot so far?
Um, I think my favorite music video that we've done so far is the music video for "Wake Up," um, because I got to like help direct that, and I got to be a part of the creative process on it. And we filmed it in my hometown, and went to my favorite taco shop, and went to the roller rink that I grew up going to. It was really cool to have like Now United in my city, and we got to create some like really cool art. So I'd have to say that one's my favorite.
That is actually really cool. You're from Orange County originally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, that's so cool. And then so being a part of this band filled with people from different countries, do you know how to speak any other languages?
I learned how to speak a little bit of Portuguese. Um, I'm half Mexican and speak a little bit of Spanish, and
Okay.
then I just know a few words in almost every language that we all have. And I know some
Okay.
Hindi and Japanese, Korean. It's cool. The more time you spend with everyone, the more you learn. You know.
That is so cool. Um, can you say like "Have a beautiful day" in just whatever language comes to mind for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember how to say it in Spanish. Hold up, 1 second.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, tienes un hermoso día. Tienes un hermoso día.
Okay.
Dia, I think that's how you say it.
Okay. Uh, that's cool. I like that. Oh God, I need to learn how to speak a different language. That's so
Me
cool.
too. So yeah,
Uh,
we can learn together.
my mom teaches French, and I still have no idea how to speak French.
Oh
So
my god, that's so funny.
yeah. And she's been teaching it for like the whole time I've been alive, obviously. So okay, it's a little different question than what I typically ask other artists I interview, but I'm just interested to see what your response is. If you could set up a fan in any type of setting, place, wherever it be, um, for them to jam out to wave your flag, what setting would that be?
Oh my god, that's a cool question. I could set up a setting. Okay, I when I hear that song "Wave Your Flag,"
Mhm.
when I close my eyes and I listen to it, like I just envision us being in like a stadium and everyone just freaking the f out, um, just screaming that song on the top of their lungs. So I feel like if I could have someone listen to that song, what's the question? If I can have a fan listen to it
Yeah. If like like in any setting,
in
like
any setting,
yeah,
honestly, I think I would want that fan to be surrounded by 20,000 other fans singing along and just jumping up and down to that song. So I think that would just be so powerful. I know the feeling that I get when I go to concerts and I get to sing my favorite song and people get to go crazy. Even if I don't know the song, if people are just like vibing and there's so many people feeling the energy, I think that's like the best feeling ever. So that's my answer. Fan
uh,
to be in a stadium while we're performing it. That'd be dope.
I like that. I like that. What's your favorite? I'm just curious. What's your favorite song to jam out to in a stadium? Now that you say that.
Favorite song to jam out to? It's a great song. I mean, that's a great question. Sorry, I'm looking at my Spotify right now because I'm just so curious. Um, honestly, there's this Kid Leroy song,
Uh,
called "Always Do,"
okay.
and me and Josh like listened to that song like on repeat yesterday, and we were just like jamming in my car, and that like it's just such a good song that made me happy. So that's my answer. Always Do, Kid Leroy.
I actually saw him perform at the Hollywood Palladium recently.
Oh yeah.
He has great energy.
That's awesome.
Okay, and then what's one quote that you've heard in life that you'd want to echo out to your fans?
I don't know who said this, but I'm actually gonna look it up after this because I've said it in a few interviews. The only person that is stopping you from doing what you want to do is yourself.
I like
It's
that.
kind of like a gnarly thing, but it's so true. It's like if you really want something, you just got to make it happen,
That
and don't
is
stop until you make it happen.
When you lay there, you be staying till the morning comes.